Good evening from beautiful downtown Crestline in the San Bernardino Mountains of Southern California. Evil phone. Southern California's inland empire. Of course, my phone wants me to play Words with Friends. This is a kind of off, not unplanned live, and I hope my internet holds up. Where is that link? Here we go. I learned there was a power blackout, a power outage in Cuba. Let me see. And there's an article on Sky News, because I don't know whether it's still going on or what, but it was all of Cuba. That's one heck of a link. Okay. Whoops, sorry. I guess I'll share the page. This was from Friday, October 18, and today is Sunday, October 20. Cuba's electrical grid went offline after one island's major power plants failed. And it's a video. So I'll leave it up to you guys whether you want to follow the link. Hi, Ditch. Oh, there, here we go. My internet is holding up, but not super strong. Well, Oswald, also known as Joseph, was watching Robert Phoenix tonight and asked if I would come on live. So I said maybe. Anyway, hi, Caw, welcome in. My computer, for some reason, was completely out of sync. For everyone else in the live chat on Robert Phoenix's 11th house, the show was over. For me, it still had 20 minutes to go, even though I could tell from the live chat that it was over. So I don't know what YouTube is doing to me that I'm watching a live show, but I'm 20 minutes behind everyone else. That's just too weird, because I started watching less than 10 minutes into the show. So anyway, Cuba had a huge power outage. I don't know whether it's still going on. Let's see. It hit the news on Friday. Cuba, not Cuba Gooding Jr., Cuba power outage. Update. Okay, it looks like power has been restored according to the AP. That's the Associated Press. Yeah, apparently one of their major power plants went down and their whole grid went down. Here we go. Here's a link to the Associated Press article. Cubans struggle as power not fully restored. Oh, not fully restored. Okay. After blackout and hurricane hits island. They had a hurricane too? Well, look at that. They're cooking on an outdoor fire. That's cool. That's what resourceful people do. Anguish late Sunday as electricity on much of the island had yet to be restored, days after a countrywide blackout. And then Hurricane Oscar slammed into Cuba's eastern coast. Why does it say eastern? Why not east? Energy Minister Vicente de la Levy, boy, that's a mouthful, said in a press conference he hopes the country's electricity grid restored on Monday or Tuesday morning. What is this? Some ad. Uh, they're calling it inconvenience. They want to know why I removed it. Other. Whatever. Uh, oh, I gotta see this. Stanford Psych. Oh, get back there. Stanford psychologist behind the controversial Stanford prison experiment dies at 91. Well, anyway, you have the link to look at the whole article if you want to. Hi, Ren, aka Jason. Welcome in. Yeah, well, gee. I guess I need a tinfoil hat. But I've been told that aluminum doesn't work. It's really aluminum foil. You have to use copper. And there's actually some guy who sells baseball caps that are lined with copper netting. Apparently, it'll keep those pesky microwave transmissions out of your brain. And it doesn't matter whether your cell phone is near you or even whether you have a cell phone. The cell towers transmit the signals everywhere. Oh dear. No cigarettes? Hang on. Criminy. I have another pack somewhere. I didn't realize that pack was empty. I'm gonna make some noise here. Packing them down so they don't drop little crumbs of burning tobacco all over the place. Now let's see. Oh yeah, Words with Friends says it's my turn. Criminy. I wonder if that's a word. It is. Okay. Now is that a word? Yes it is. It doesn't recognize oye, O-Y-E. It's a word in court, especially in England. Okay. I'll just play oi, O-Y. Oh, Ditch is immune because his brain's already fried. Oh, I think I lost my brain somewhere on the road between here and Cucamonga. Cucamonga's a real place. I've been there. If you've watched the Jack Benny show, there was a little skit type thing when Jack Benny would pretend to be on a train and the announcer would say, Let's see. Leaving on track 49 for Anaheim, Azusa, and Cucamonga. I don't know if it was track 49 or track 9. I think it was track 9. Well, it's on YouTube all over the place. You probably don't know who Don Pardo was either. Don Pardo was an announcer for quite a few different television shows. I barely know that. I don't know which shows. And I'm 70. But I didn't necessarily pay that much attention. I really got into TV when Rowan and Martin's Laugh-In was on in the 60s, late 60s. They actually got Richard Nixon to appear on their show. And they wanted him to say, "You bet your sweet Bippy," but his advisor told him not to do it. He had advisors with him. I'm trying to remember what he did say, but my brains are fried. Let's see. Maybe Google will tell me. I hope I spelled that right. Oh, yeah. They had all kinds of skits where people in the cast would say, "Sock it to me." So Nixon said, "Sock it to me." Close enough. Oh, your uncle used to say, "You bet your sweet Bippy." Cool. Yeah, that's really the only place I've heard that. Anyway, poor Cuba. At least they aren't buried in mudslides while the authorities tell volunteers to stop rescuing people. I mean, if you choose to risk your life to save others, how dare they tell you you can't do that? I thought we lived in a free country. Firefighters and police officers and soldiers of all sorts and deputy sheriffs and so forth, their job is to risk their lives. But oh, you're a civilian. How dare you? Man, the world is getting too weird. Well, anyway, I wanted to talk about my novel, The Beckoning of the Light, and this little Google Digest where I asked them to send me links to articles about my novel. Never comes up with anything about my novel, but it did come up with the Cuba blackout thing. Oh, so Freeman is manic about the current state of affairs in the nation or in his life or both. My son, by the way, went to the emergency room because his pacemaker couldn't get his heart back on track. And they wanted to send him to Cedars-Sinai, but Cedars-Sinai, I mean, they were going to put him on a helicopter and send him. But Cedars-Sinai said they have no room for him. So they're looking for a hospital, a research hospital like Cedars or UCLA or anywhere in the country that can help him, at least do the tests. They're pretty sure it's an autoimmune condition that's damaging his heart. He's not diabetic. He doesn't have hypertension or high blood pressure. All his vitals are wonderful except for his heart, which has a bunch of scar tissue. So I've been asking for prayer for him. They're actually holding his job for him at where he works. He's such a good employee, they don't want to lose him. But the stinking insurance company has been fighting against paying for the care that he needs. So anyway, if he can last until the new year when he has a better insurance plan, he can probably get the care he needs. But in the meantime, he can't even drive. His wife has to drive him when he needs to go somewhere. Because if his heart goes wonky while he's driving, he could crash and kill somebody, maybe himself, maybe someone else. He really can't do much of anything. And it's frustrating. He's always been active. A martial artist and martial arts instructor and stuff like that. Well, heck. I guess we need prayer for Freeman too. But my son's condition is so serious. He's making sure that he has his will and his trust in order to take care of his wife if or when he dies. He's only 51 years old. And you know, his daughter finally moved to be closer to him. She's a bit of a dingbat, but we love her. Yes, I'm talking about Chris. He's my only child. I'm trying to add up the years. Yeah, his dad was 51. He would have been 52 in December. Yo, Davin, Daven. I know what that means, Stitch. Oh, come on, get your cursor in there. Daven. Well, I don't know what Davin is. Is that Hebrew? I have no clue with Hebrew. I mean, I know a little Yiddish, mostly bad words. I once dated a guy from Queens. Joel knew a little Yiddish, but it was mostly bad words. Oh well. Anyway, my novel, The Darkening of the Light, is really a cautionary tale about the dangers of implanting computer chips in the human brain. So a woman gets a chip in her brain and an infection develops and she's in a coma in the hospital. And at the time of this, she's engaged but not yet married, and yet her dreams flip to where her husband is beaten up, not robbed, just beaten up, and some kind of alien slug is implanted in his brain. And they share a dream. And I'm planning to make it available as an audio book now that Amazon gives free AI voices. I'm just not very good at reading my writing aloud. What? Goodreads? So, did someone talk about my novel on Goodreads? Let me. No, I can't load it. I guess my internet isn't strong enough. Oh, that's a book, a how-to. A how-to. Okay. Books, but I never get any money from them. So I'm assuming they actually sell this through the Amazon link. Hi, Dawn. Welcome in. So Cuba, most of Cuba is still in the dark. And they got rain and wind from a hurricane, but the real disaster is that people are in the dark. I think it happened Friday, and they're still hoping to restore power either tomorrow or Tuesday. And improving their infrastructure. Even so, they warned us the other day, I think that was Friday, that they might have to turn off power because of the high winds, the gusty winds. But they didn't do it after all. Criminifers. So anyway, I missed a bit, but that's okay. There's always a replay. Well, I thought I was going to go to the food bank at the Adventist church this morning, but my ride had to cancel. A friend and neighbor is going to rent my driveway and park his trailer here for the winter. It's a better spot for that when there's snow and ice on the ground, because my road is flat and doesn't have any curves. It's flat and straight. And I got itches that I can't reach. I'm going to try the hairbrush on my back so I don't have to go find the bath brush. Okay. Anyway, the guy with the trailer is the guy who hauls my trash for free. So I told him I really have to pay for parking his trailer. So we'll see. It. So the bath brush works pretty well. Eye itches too. The air's so dry. Sorry that you had a miserable, intense weekend, but happy that you managed to help a lot of people. That's a good thing. Oh, someone came by, some people who live nearby. They caught one of the kittens that the neighbors left behind when they were evicted. Wanted to know if I could take in a kitten. I said, I already have 6 cats. And they said, oh, okay, we'll try Christy. Christy is a known cat lady. And as far as I know, she has only 2 or 3 at the moment. Anyway, our local mountain museum is having events for the children on the weekends. Going to drive me to the food bank had to cancel because she had to go up to the museum as a volunteer. And they had to have people who coordinate. Anyway. It's been real. I'm tired. I'm always tired. I was going to go on last night. First, I watched the Dark Journalist show, and then Walter Bosley was on. I thought, okay, I'll go live after Walter Bosley. I don't want to compete with him. I'm not super technology savvy, but I can manage posting on Facebook and going live on YouTube and, posting things here and there. I'm on LinkedIn, but not really active. I'm on X and mostly I just share other people's posts. Blue. David Foster Wallace. Let's see what Google says. Problem is at night I can't see the keyboard too well. And even though I used to do touch typing, I keep getting my hands in the wrong position. And I type a bunch of gobbledygook. Okay, American novelist, short story writer, essayist, and university professor of English and creative writing. Okay. His 1996 novel, Infinite Jest, was cited by Time magazine as one of the 100 best English language novels from 1923 to 2005. Oh, that's Wikipedia. Okay. Huh. I'm going to share the screen so you can see the pictures of him with cloth wrapped around his head. I don't know if he had an injury or he just thought it was cool. Huh. Okay. That's enough of that. Oh, wow. Infinite Jest is 1,000 pages. That's my problem with Stephen King novels, but he wore a bandana a lot. Thanks, Don. Stephen King novels, though, are filled with unnecessary filler just to make his novels longer. I'll bet Wallace's Infinite Jest is really not just full of filler. Poor Ditch. Typos galore. Yeah, well, I've gotten to where I often just ignore the fact that I had a typo and let people figure it out. I started reading a Stephen King novel and I just gave up. He didn't even finish chapter 1 because it was all about the guy getting up in the morning and shaving. In beginning creative writing classes, they tell you never to start with the guy getting up in the morning and, shaving and getting dressed and all that stuff, unless something's going to happen while he's shaving. Like someone breaks in and hits him over the head or something. So anyway, it just turned me off to his writing. But I did love the movie Stand By Me. Yes, tons of YouTube. Yeah, I've forgotten what TV is. It's been so long since I've had it. Here on the mountain, even back when most people could still get, the regular television channels for free over the air, you couldn't get them up here on the mountain. You had to get satellite or cable. Yeah, I love that movie too, Dawn. And of course, it revitalized Have Gun Will Travel. People started looking for old episodes of Have Gun Will Travel. And by the way, I'm related to Richard Boone, who starred in it, and to Pat Boone, and of course to Daniel Boone. Daniel Boone was a cousin of someone in my family tree. I'm also related to Abraham Lincoln in the same part of my family tree. I'm not a big expert on my family tree. My older and smarter brother was into that deeply. Turner Classic Movies, The Twilight Zone, Taxi, Family Guy. Don, you have good taste. The Simpsons. Yeah. Once in a while I catch a clip from South Park on YouTube. See, I don't pay for streaming services, so I just have to search for something on Netflix. They don't have it, and they show me things they think are similar. Oh, Deadpool and Wolverine. I still haven't seen that, but man, I'd like to. I'm afraid if I rented the movie to watch online, something would happen and I would miss most of it, and I don't think you can replay it. Kennedy always came back to life. Hi, Oswald. Welcome in. I had to figure out Oswald's other name to send him a Facebook message and say I was going live. I figured it out, but it took some doing because my memory isn't all that great and I'm bad at names. Oh, Dawn, they give you 48 hours, but did they let you re-watch it? Did they if you rent it, do you get to watch it more than once? My internet is probably failing. Sorry, Oswald. I've been on for 40 minutes and YouTube hates me. Hi, Deborah. Okay, sorry for the glitches. Come on. I hit P instead of O. Verizon hates me. Tubi is a good free streaming service. Has a lot of good movies. A lot of ads. Oh yeah, I think I've watched something on Tubi. Well, anyway. Robert Phoenix was doing Kamala's horoscope tonight. And I started watching it less than 10 minutes in. I think it was 8 minutes. But when the show ended, I was still 20 minutes behind. And I don't know how YouTube managed to do that to me. But the show was over and I still had 20 minutes of it to watch. Weird. Don says, Freevee? Yes, well, I think it was Horoscope. Apparently, Kamala is a Scorpio. And I don't understand most of the, houses and conjunctions and trines and stuff. But I do think it figures that she would be a Scorpio. Phil was Sagittarius. Let's see. I can't. Here we go. And I'm Gemini. We're not supposed to get along, but we are supposed to be attracted to each other. Good one, Oswald. Millionaires don't believe in astrology, but billionaires do. Anyway, I can't wait till November 5, but I have some trepidation about it. We're on the edge of something big, and I hope it's good and not bad. Oh, Jason's a Gemini. Well, I don't mind ads when they let me see a movie for free. I mean, why shouldn't they make a little money? Oh, Ditch is a Libra. Very balanced. Snake, huh? I'm a horse. I think I'm a wooden horse, but I'm not sure. I tend to have Leos hanging around me, but my favorite aunt and uncle were both Gemini. My grandparents were both Aquarius. Oh my. They play mental games like a tag team. Oh, Jason, how was the Dorito taco? I kind of like the regular tacos from Taco Bell, but I haven't had one in ages. You know, they're very mild, and that's what I like. If you want them hotter, that you get hot sauce to put on them. Oh, Well, don't let it get cold, Jason. By the way, guys, Ren is Jason. His daughter keeps changing his screen name. Ooh, now that sounds filling. Grilled steak stuffed burrito. That'll give you energy. I could use some energy. Well, I did wash a ton of dishes today. And Grandpa, the old tomcat who moved in, he still stays outside most of the time. But this morning when I had the door open, Grandpa kitty cat came in and rubbed up against my leg. So of course I opened a can of food for him after petting him. I'm not wild about Doritos. They're okay. Yeah, black olives are good on tacos and enchiladas. What do you want, Tora? Where'd you go? She double pawed my arm. Yeah, I know. You want treats. I had to go online and order cat treats again. Fortunately, someone sent me enough PayPal to spend the minimum on Chewy for free. You might as well hook it to the nearest source of cat treats. The cats are running low and I did hide today. Dorito taco shell, that's talking. Dude, that sounds good. Oh, wow. You know, I almost never want to go out for Mexican food. But at home, sitting here, I want it. I get cravings for it. I do love a good tostada. Oh, did you got green olives stuffed with blue cheese? Ew. Blue cheese I can tolerate in a salad dressing, but green olives to me just taste like vinegar. Yuck. And sometimes they're stuffed with pimento, which I absolutely hate. I'm going to check something. I seem to remember paprika being made from pimentos. Okay. Well, in Spain, the word pimentón refers to paprika, and it is made from pimientos rojos, red pimentos. But it's made in Spain, at least it's made from a variety of local peppers, often smoked over oak coals. So it's how to make it's a YouTube. Is paprika made from pimentos? There's all kinds of different powdered spices. Blah, blah, blah. What kind of red peppers is paprika made from? So it can be made from cayenne peppers, hot chili peppers, poblano peppers. Okay. And yet paprika tends not to be as hot. To me, paprika just tastes bitter. Do androids dream of quesadillas? I make my quesadillas open face in a frying pan. I just put in the tortilla on a little bit of oil or butter or bacon fat. Put the cheese on top, and I usually sprinkle it with garlic salt. And I put the lid on the frying pan so the cheese will or the tortilla burns. Oh, Bill, according to that scale they use for how hot peppers are, the peppers are 0. They don't contain capsicum, but they do have a bit of a tingle in my mouth, and they're pretty much my limit when it comes to peppers. Oh man. Today I made another, whatever you call it, hand platter. It's onion put on a tortilla. And I didn't have any cheddar, but I did have some avocado. And the cats helped me eat the beef, slices of leftover roast beef. Ah, welcome in, Cheryl. I don't know what you wrote there. You didn't have to retract it. I've been on for nearly an hour. Uh, oh, well. Anyway, it's late Sunday night. It's almost 9 o'clock here. I was hoping Freeman would come in, but I guess he's too upset. Or maybe he's just lurking and not chatting. But I want to thank you all for coming in and putting up with glitches. Let's see. Glitches. Come on. GLITCHES. And have a great week ahead. Well, thank you for coming in, Oswald. What was that show where it was, the theme song was, "Thank you for being a friend"? I can't remember what show it was. It wasn't Friends, it was something else. I don't know about All Hallows Eve, but Thursday morning, around between 7:30 and 8 o'clock in the morning Pacific time, that's when my internet is best. Thanks, everyone.